You are looking live at Northwell Health Ice Center at Eisenhower Park in East Meadow, New York, where the New Jersey Bandits U19 AA girls are getting set to take on the New York Islanders in AGHF hockey action. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo bringing you the action here on Rizzo Vision. And to those who cannot be with us in person today, Shana Tova. A bit of a truncated roster for the Bandits today, as some injuries and some Rosh Hashanah commitments are in order, but they will play with what they have. And still a formidable squad in the pink jerseys with black pants, pink and gray on the socks, front and back, with the wicked stripe similar down the side of the pants, the side of the jerseys, and the bottom of the jerseys, and on the socks as well. Black helmets for the Bandits. The Islanders, not in the traditional New York Islander garb. They have black jerseys, unfortunately white nameplates. The numbers are kind of hard to read, but they look like they're in dark blue or black outlined by orange. They have white helmets. So with the truncated lineup today, the Bandits figure to go with three defensemen in front of Harper Keenan, number 40, who you see jumping out there. She will guard the net to your YouTube right. And we'll figure out what they do with the forwards. It'll probably be a little bit of a mix and match, since they have three out there and five on the bench. Sometimes what you do in that case is you have two centers and then you rotate three wing pairs. They'll have three defensemen, but one of them will be Julia Folia, who doesn't typically play defense for the squad, but she does when she is on her high school team. Getting ready for the opening face-off, Mia McSherry out with Maeve McNulty and Izzy Camerata. We're underway on the island. Saturday afternoon hockey. Bandits attacking. They have the pink uniforms, the Islanders with the black. Moved up and through and out of the neutral zone now. Islanders have it. Sent a little bit too strong to the far side. Katagas was over there. Now the Bandits will bring it in 2-on-1. McSherry was forced to dump. McNulty was streaking down the middle, but a good defensive play by the Islanders player. McNulty in the near side corner battles for it, chips it off the boards to herself, battles with LaCasey back there. It comes up toward the middle. Islanders can't get it out. Camerata keeps it in. Bumps the player, Vigiano, who was competing for her, and it is covered in front by Jillian Strominger. And the nets for the Islanders. 16-13, first period just underway. Bandits have Otterbein on the dot. Abby Shattuck in the slot there. Louisa Rizzo looked like she was on the near side wing, and that's how they do it. Shoemaker, Gromick, and Folia, the defense pair. Yes, Folia playing defense today. Swings and swats at that one. It comes toward Keenan, but not all the way centered. Batted around. Otterbein picks it up, looking for Shattuck on the far side wall. Shattuck gets it, swings it forward, but not out. Friendly fire by the Islanders as the point shot didn't go through. Shattuck barrels through a couple, and here comes Otterbein. Can't get it through, and now Shattuck sends it in. Rizzo with the mane not tied up into a ponytail. It was an unusual look for her today. Lets it all flow, free flowing locks. In the back for Louisa Rizzo, 21, who dumps it in and turns around and heads for a change, along with Shattuck, as Otterbein, the first in pursuit. It comes to the point, Peck kicks it away. Sent now into the offensive zone by Lobashevsky. Popped up and out, picked off. Islanders bring it in. Try to get through the middle, but they can't get the shot off, and it comes to the near side corner. got on the heel of her stick there was Bella Bellin. She did enough to get it up, didn't get it out. Spun around, now looking, centering feet in front. It's loose in front of Keenan. She doesn't see it. It's swatted away between the points, kept in there. Looked like Lucchese shot from the point, and she scores! A seeing eye single for Emelina Lucchese puts the Islanders up 1-0, 14:43 left in period 1. That one was, she got enough on it. It wasn't a blistering shot, but the screen in front, it looked like maybe West was in front, Ava West screening in front, and Keenan just never got a look at it and found the top left corner of the net. So the Islanders break out in front. The Bandits have had more of the possession, but it's still very early. But the Islanders do what you need to do, which is get on the scoreboard. Loose in front, Camerata nearly corralled that. Folia was hustling back into safety position, bats it forward, offside before Camerata could exit the zone. Face off just outside of the offensive zone for the Bandits, right in front of the Islanders bench. They do have the traditional looking logo of the Islanders on the front, but not the crest that typically dons the Islander jerseys that you see. So these black jerseys, a little new look from what we've seen over the Islanders for years. Traditionally, their uniforms look similar or exact to what the New York Islanders look like, save for the helmets. Brought in and knocked away by Folia. Cadigas was the one moving in. Camerata has it, centers it, looking for McNulty, didn't have numbers there, and it's knocked away. Islanders will send it up. It's not going to be an icing as Fernando Venuto has plenty of time and space. Exchanges with Logan Shoemaker-Gromick and tipped by Otterbein. Moved up, McNulty couldn't quite get the handle on it there, and they play with it loose in the neutral zone. Islanders bring it in, trying to get by Camerata was Cadigas, and she couldn't quite get through. Sticks smashing against the boards make it sound like a cacophony of noise, but there was no infraction going on over there. Just clean hockey play, what you call angling. You could do it when you are playing the puck. You can't commit a body check, which means you can't make a hit closing a gap. That's not legal in any facet of girls or women's hockey, but contact is certainly allowed, and that includes pushing and leaning and angling. Moved up but not out. Venuto got a piece of it. Rizzo battling for it there. It comes down toward Folia's side. She sends it off the boards to herself, looking to send Shattuck forward. Shattuck got it to the point, got upended over there. No call. Islanders bring it in. Lucchese sends it in front on the wraparound. She's got one goal. She nearly had two. Folia loses her footing over there, but a little friendly fire. Comes to the near side wall. In the corner, Venuto battles for it. Gets a little help, but not enough. And Shattuck picks off the point shot, or point pass to the point, and sends it down for the icing. He was maybe looking to fire it between a couple of the Islanders players' wickets and maybe have it hit off of them to negate the icing, but that does not happen. 12:34 left first period. Islanders, the homestanding Islanders with the 1-0 lead. Comes down low. West has it. Shot! She hit the crossbar! Ava West in front. Had Keenan maybe beat. She shot it high enough, but then it was just a little too high. So the Islanders nearly double the lead. They've had a little bit the better of the play here now in the last minute or so, as we're down to 12:10 left in the first. Bandits defending in their own zone. Claus slid down over there. Bellin was around to help out as well. It comes out of the zone. This is Otterbein. Ava Otterbein trying to get through traffic. Was held up there for a moment. Looked like it could have been a hook. She's 1-on-4. Shoemaker-Gromick at the point. Shot redirected by Otterbein, and a big save by Strominger. Comes to the near side wall. Now to the point. Venuto through traffic. Just dumps it to the opposite side, hoping Otterbein can chase it down. Otterbein sends it to the point. Shoemaker-Gromick sends it back. Otterbein between the points for Venuto. Venuto steps in, shot, save, and she holds on. So the Bandits now getting a little bit of the possession that they desire, and the scoring chances that follow. But have not been able to equalize here in the early going. And they'll take their next shot at it. Mia McSherry on the dot. There's a Camarada in the slot. It comes to Venuto. She sends it down low. It was redirected by an Islander, but kicked away as it got to Strominger, who now was ready to hold that one, but had it taken away by Becca Hockman, who sends it up and out. Well, Bandits clear the zone, bring it in onside. McSherry has it. A lot of traffic. Camarada unloads one off an Islander stick, so that faceoff will stay in the Islander zone with 11:06 left, period one. And the Bandits looking to erase the 1-0 deficit, courtesy of Emma Lecchese. Emmalina. Comes to the point, Venuto tees it up, it's redirected, actually blocked in front, it never got all the way through. Looked like Hockman got a piece. Bandits now keep it in again. Eventually this pressure is going to result in increasing the quality of scoring chances or goals, and Camarada fired one. Strominger made the save and kicked it away. McNulty was looking to get the rebound. Comes to the point and fired out enough. Folia has to pick it up. Exchanges with Venuto. Now they'll change sides. Awkward pass, but it ends up being in Camarada's wheelhouse, and she fires that one wide. It goes behind the end line. They battle for it there. Camarada, for the Bandits, can't get the puck off, and her counterpart cannot either, so they'll face it off. When the puck lands on the outside of the netting, or the top of it, the rule is that the ref is supposed to give 3 seconds for them to try to get it off. And if that doesn't happen within the 3-second allotted time, they blow the whistle, as they did there. Now, that's a rule, but it's not one that the refs typically handle hard and fast. Here's Rizzo trying to get through a bunch of traffic, gets through a couple, but has to lose the handle and forces the Islanders back into their own zone. They send it back around. It comes toward the near side wall, and the Islanders get it up to the point. Shoemaker, Gromick, and Rizzo kept it in for a moment, and Folia retreats into her own zone to pick up the loose puck. Waits and waits. A little too hard on the angle for Rizzo there, but it gets out of the zone, and everybody has to regroup. So a lot of neutral zone play here on this shift. Sent forward, no icing. Somebody got a piece over there. Not sure who, but it looked like it was a Bandit. Chipped up the near side wall. Otterbein picks it off at the point, sends it down for Rizzo. Rizzo looking to go to the point to Shoemaker, Gromick, tees it up. Redirected by Otterbein on the way, but a big save. And the puck goes to the corner on the far side and brought out. Off the wall. Coming in 2-on-1, and in front, Keenan covers it up before it could get all the way through as the Islanders put on the pressure. They've done some rope-a-doping here, and they've been good on the counterattack, having the odd man rushes a couple of times. They didn't convert the goal on the odd man rush. They did it on a possession, but they've had a couple of odd man rushes so far, have the Islanders, so the Bandits are going to have to watch that one. McSherry moves it out of the zone. She'll take it up the left wing and has Bellin and Claus with her up front. Venuto and Folia on D. Folia playing safety back there, maybe realizing what the Islanders are trying to do to get those 2-on-1s. Here comes Venuto. Fernanda Venuto walks in on the left circle. Wrist shot, big save, and it goes to the far wall. Centering feed. It'll come all the way back in Venuto's area. She'll tee it up, but it's blocked by a shin pad of one of the Islanders players, and now they'll move it out 1-on-1. Bellin and Katagas got tied up as Katagas was sending that puck out, and it goes down for a whistle on the touch-up, and it's going to be a roughing on Bella Bellin. She'll jump into the box for a couple of minutes with 8:30 left in period number 1, and her team, the New Jersey Bandits, trailing 1-0. So the Islanders with the first power play of the game. They'll set it up in the circle to the left of Harper Keenan. And McSherry will take the face-off. Bandits with the short bench today. They are not looking to afford too many penalties, but especially not to the defense corps, where they're just playing with 3 at the moment. Islanders win the face-off, centered in front, and they score! Chloe Cadigas on the power play goal. That took 5 seconds for them to double the lead, and it's 2-0 Islanders with 8:25 left in period 1. So the Islanders with the face-off play that is not typical. Instead of trying to win it back, which is often the play, that was a design play. It was one forward and got to the net, and Cadigas, all alone in front, was able to put it in. So the Islanders out to the 2-0 lead, and the Bandits trying to shake off the trafficy drive that comes out when you come out from all parts of New Jersey to Long Island. This is the typical 3:30 Saturday slot that, if you've played with or against the Islanders for many years, it's when you find yourself on the island, it's almost always the same time slot. Today, most reporting that the traffic was agreeable as these things go. So let's see if the Bandits have enough to pick it up and get the 0 off the board. Camerata tries to center it. McNulty was in front, but it never got there. Trying to walk out of the corner is McSherry. She'll have to fight for that puck to regain it. She does, and sends it for the near side for Camerata to fend for it. Camerata 1-on-2. Islanders doing a good job matching 2 players to 1 in the defensive zone. So the Bandits maybe might find a little better fortune on the break if they can catch the Islanders playing with it too much in the neutral zone. That puck pops into the Bandits bench, and they will face it off just outside the Bandits bench in neutral ice with 7:25 left in period 1. Islanders with the early 2-0 lead. Emelina Lucchese and Chloe Cadigas with the goals. Cadigas is on the power play. Isles win the face-off, and they'll bring it in. Chidrone. Gianna Chidrone. Well, Chidrone is the Italian pronunciation. Probably she hears Cedrone a lot. C-E-D-R-O-N-E. Goes around the end line. 2 Bandits on the end line over there, seeing if they could force a turnover. It comes to the point on the left side, brought out. Venuto interrupted it, but it's a 2-on-1 as the Isles bring it in. Folia got a piece maybe, but that redirect went just wide. The Islanders with another 2-on-1. Rizzo trying to break out. Rizzo with 1 to beat, gets up the middle, leaves it there maybe for Shattuck. Shattuck got the stick tied up in neutral ice, and they couldn't get it more forward. Diorio Reyes wrist shot. Harper Keenan gloves it down and holds on. 6:25 left, period number 1. 2-0 Islanders over the Bandits. Isles win the face-off. It goes between the points. 1 shot, 2. Neither one by Hockman gets through, but she does get it over the end line. They play with it along the far side wall. Folia hustles over there to pick it up and sends it towards Shoemaker-Gromick, but a little too strong. Was really trying to get it up to Bellin at the breakout point. Islanders now with possession and 6 minutes to go in period number 1 with a 2-0 lead. Bandits are going to need to settle this game down here. I mean, they've settled it down in terms of possession. They haven't really been on the wrong side of it. It's probably been about 50-50, but the Islanders with a few too many 2-on-1 breaks, although they haven't converted on the 2s-on-1, they have converted on 1 set piece off of a face-off and another on regular possession. But we know the Bandits have a potent offense, and we'll see if some of those big guns can get going. They played a 7-4 game a week ago against Rowan University. Bellin grabs that one and sends it down softly for a dump-in that allows her team to change fully and still have the puck in the Islanders zone. It's tied up on the netting, and they get a whistle. So if Bellin was trying to do it 100 times, she couldn't do it 99 better than the one she just did. She sent it down, it went off the end boards, and it hopped onto the netting, and she got her team a face-off. Otterbein on the dot. In the slot, it's Camerata. Otterbein has it down low. Strominger, big save. Camerata rebound, another save, and another save. Strominger is strong so far. big chances. That's the best sequence that the Bandits have had. Here's Camarada, tries to get it in. She had it, looked like she had it in cleanly, even though the Islander knocked it away. It looked like it had, maybe it didn't get over the blue line there, so that's probably the right call. It got at the blue line, but it didn't get over the blue line. The puck has to completely exceed the blue line for your team to be onside. So that was actually, in real time, I misspoke it, and the referee over there did a great job calling it correctly. So after the offside, the Bandits get the dump in. Camarada has it, circle in the middle for McSherry. Instead of trying to shoot, she'll go for the possession, and they have that. Camarada had it, leaving it for McNulty, whether on purpose or on accident. Battled for along the end boards. McSherry was over there. Comes to Vigiano in the near side corner. Sends it up, and the Islanders will get it out. 2-on-3. Patlin will dump it and then hustle back to see if she can beat Venuto there. She doesn't. Venuto's 1-on-2, but sometimes those odds are good enough for Fernanda. And maybe she didn't make the first play, but she made the play that led to the play. Camarada busts through 2 Islanders, has Maeve McNulty in front, and she drew the hook on that one. So that does not result in a scoring chance right off the bat, but Izzy Camarada draws the penalty that leads to the Bandits' first power play. And it is goal scorer number 1 of this game, Emelina Lucchese, in for the hook. And that's probably a good penalty, because if she didn't get a piece of Camarada, she was probably going to send that puck to McNulty, who was just completely alone in the slot. Bandits trying to set up the power play. Camarada's out there with McNulty and McSherry. Camarada gets down low, is close, but goes to the point. Plays catch with Folia. Camarada below the end line. Has McNulty in the circle. Plays catch with Camarada. Camarada brings it out looking. She's on the backhand. Tries to get to the forehand. Gets dumped from behind over there. And the Islanders send it to the near side. Battled for along the wall. The Islander player got to it but paid the price. And that's Briarden, who will skate over to the bench. She just looked like she maybe took a butt end of a stick in the ribs and was able to skate off on her own power. Bandits will bring it in on the power play. 1:15 on that, 3:11 in the period. McSherry's going to walk it and dump it. Camarada, far side corner. Rizzo now jumps on, and she's in front. And here comes Otterbein streaking down the middle if they can keep it in. Venuto has it. Venuto down the middle, shot offline, but was looking maybe to dump it. Camarada has it. Otterbein reverses it back around. If it gets to the point, Shoemaker Groma could be there. She is, and she keeps it in, looking for Rizzo to sweep it away or get to the middle. And the Islanders bump it out. They send it down, and it's going to be an icing. So 39 seconds left in the power play. It's the first of the game for the Bandits, and boy, they could use a goal here like they could use a sip of water on a desert hike. Otterbein on the dot, Shattuck in the slot, McNulty on the left wing, centering feed, it's loose in front, big save by Strominger, and another on McNulty. Centering feed, loose in front. Strominger knocked that one away as it never got to McNulty. So she's been sharp, and she's been the difference here the last 2 or 3 minutes as the Bandits have started to find their legs. Otterbein on the face-off. West won it, and the Islanders send it up and out. Venuto had to exit the zone. Sends it on the spin, actually. She fooled me, and she'll walk in. Fernanda Venuto on the shot, draws the face-off as that one goes into the breadbasket. It's rookie camp around the NHL, and this is the New York Islanders headquarters, so the rookies are abound. And Anders Lee, the Islanders captain, had his cancer event, and this one is going to be a penalty. Who are they going to call it on? They blew the whistle. It was hard to tell when they blew the whistle on which possession, but it looks like Otterbein is going to go in for a high stick. So Ava Otterbein will be in the box. That will negate the final 4 seconds of the power play for the Bandits. They likely were not going to convert on that one anyway, with just 4 seconds remaining and the puck being out of the zone. And in 4 seconds, the Islanders will be on the power play. They win the faceoff, set it up, it gets down into friendly fire and sent wide. Here comes the 5th player, so it's a 5-on-4 for the Islanders. Essentially, the clock and for the penalty and the game clock for the period are almost identical. They're off by less than a half second. So the Bandits are looking to get out of here down 2-0. They don't like that, but they will take it. Near side wall, Camarada chipped it. It goes off the Islanders' stick, so that faceoff should be outside of the zone. Camarada was trying to send it out. It went off the Islanders' stick and then out of play, so I don't know why they don't move that faceoff outside of the zone. But maybe a little break for the Islanders, unless there was something I didn't see over there. Camarada trying to propel the puck forward. The only way that the puck would have gone out would have been if it hit off of an Islanders' stick, but they play on. 82 seconds left. Bandits killing it off up front with Camarada and McSherry, and on the back line with Shoemaker, Gromick, and Venuto. There's Logan, Shoemaker, Gromick over to Izzy Camarada, 93 in pink. Bandits in the pink. Oh, Camarada was looking to get off on a break. Got thrown down over there. It was a push, not a check. This is a legal play. Near side wall, McSherry fakes like she was going to send it on the backhand and wheels it around the boards, but an Islanders there first. They try to set up on the power play. Chidrone will tee it up, send it wide. Keenan forces it to go even more wide, and Camarada is just going to jump on that puck and ice it. Boy, if she wasn't later in the shift there, she might have been able to just hit the Jets and take off. They'll settle for the defensive zone draw. McNulty and McSherry will be out there up front. Folia and Venuto remain on D. 39.2 seconds left in the period, which the Bandits hope will come under all power play time for the Islanders, because that would mean they'd killed it off successfully. McNulty gets it out and gets it into the offensive zone, not with possession. Lucchese comes in and she gains the line. She's looking to move it to the middle. She does. Briarden, backhand, and they score on the rebound. So another power play goal, and it's all Islanders through one with 16.3 seconds left. That's 2 power play goals. We'll see who led the charge, but it looked like it was Lucchese again. In front, just tapped that one in. Keenan had no chance. It's important to the person behind the camera and behind the mic up here to have the goal scorer on the celly line leading it, so we know who actually scored it. Shattuck and Rizzo nearly broke in as time is getting late. Rizzo has it. She's been a wizard sometimes in the last 10 seconds of period. Centering feed. Shattuck was trying to tee it up. 2 seconds. They can't get it on net, and the Bandits are going to go to the bench after 1 period, licking their wounds in East Meadow, New York. Down 3-0 to the Islanders. If you are just tuning in, we are glad that you are checking it out, even if it's not on the Bandit side, the score and the result that you're looking for. Bandits down 3-0 after 1, but they do have the advantage in shots, 12-8, so Strominger really the difference so far for the Islanders. In net, 12 out of 12. Keenan really hasn't had much of a chance on the 2 power play goals, just 3 Islanders right in front and a loose pucks to tap in. I mean, the last one was so routine that the Islanders barely even celebrated. They celebrated, well, the celebration was one that you would see when you're up 8-0 in a game and you score and you're not looking to show up the opponent. They barely did any celebration. So it's been all business on the island for the home team. If you like what you see, now's a good time between periods to go hit that subscribe button and the alerts button. If you're even from the Islanders side, we welcome you gladly. And of course, this is not the only time these teams will meet, so in the future, you could also get a look. And if you're new to the whole thing and you're on the Bandits side, or you just like to support girls hockey, we're glad to have you with us, and spreading the word and subscribing helps get those videos out and helps these girls, some of whom aspire to play at the next level in their futures. Get a little extra exposure potentially. That's not the plan for everyone out there. That's not the immediate plan for anybody who's not at least a high school senior, but at the 19U level, it's certainly a little bit more of a consideration maybe than at some of the other levels. Harper Keenan will guard the goal to your YouTube left. Jillian Strominger now on the opposite side. 17 minutes left. Full and even strength for both teams. Otterbein with Shattuck and Rizzo had the face-off forward, but it was in a bunch of feet, and the Islanders will break it in. Drop pass picked off by Venuto, or at least interrupted. She'll retreat back into her own end. Can't pick it up there. Centering feed, Keenan saw it, swatted it away. Rizzo picked it up, was looking for Shattuck, didn't quite get enough oomph on it. Diorio Reyes sent it to Hockman, who centers it. Venuto wisely kind of let it go rather than redirecting it anywhere and at her own net. Rizzo's going to pick up a loose puck working with Venuto, sends it for Shattuck, who kicks it forward. She'll be onside and not have icing. Sends it toward the net, but it goes behind. Still with it, she tries to center it in front, but there's all Islanders there. A wave of black and white and blue and orange. Deep in the offensive end, the Islanders pick it up. Otterbein didn't do much there, but some refs would give you a little interference. Camarada at the point got tied up with Lucchese. It comes forward. Who's going to race it down? Camarada and Rizzo are there. Smith gets it. Oh, are they going to call? Oh, they call a penalty here. Oh, this is just a weak penalty. Come on. They call Camarada for a hook. I mean, she's chasing down the puck. She's not even with the stick up. The referee did not have a good view of that, and he calls Camarada for the hook. That is a bad break for the Bandits. That happened in the offensive zone. The faceoff should be down on the other zone. This referee, I think, was surprised to see the penalty was called at all. It looked like a perfectly clean play over there, and a real tough break for the Bandits, down 3-0 and now shorthanded. McSherry wins it to the side where Folia is, and it gets sent out. 1-on-2. Now 1-on-1. McSherry putting the pressure. McNulty, the neutral zone forward. West couldn't quite get the handle. Blind passes it over for Lobachevsky. Comes into the offensive zone for the Islanders. It came out. Lobachevsky cleared the zone. McNulty brings it back in, but shepherds it to Venuto, who takes her time and banks it off the wall on the near side. Couldn't quite complete it with McSherry. West picks it up, back to Smith, and forward a little too strong for Laura Peck. Comes back to the point. Smith gets it and keeps it in. Regains it herself, goes the opposite way. Wrist shot, and they score. Ava West with the Islanders' third power play goal in 3 attempts. And the Bandits are absolutely on their heels here. The team will take advantage of any breaks they get, and the Islanders certainly got a massive break there, and they cashed in and are making the Bandits pay every single time with the man advantage. 4-0 with 15:01 left in period 2. That's the bad news, but it also has the good news. The good news is there's 32 minutes left for the Bandits to figure out how to get back into this thing. The first thing they need to do, as the icing gets called, is the great Hall of Fame NFL coach who won the New York Giants' first 2 Super Bowls at the helm, Bill Parcells. His first rule of thumb for any game is get the 0 off the board. And if you listen to Rizzo Vision, you probably hear me say that, maybe not in every game, but in a lot of games. Wrist shot, Keenan makes the save with the blocker, comes to the near side wall. Oh, McSherry gets absolutely creamed. That was Claus, and Lucchese's going to the box. She came high with the hit right there. Let's see if they call the 2 and 10. That was very close to being a headshot. And Claus went down in a heap. It's just a roughing, so she kept it low. Couldn't really see from this angle, but the way Claus's head snapped back, I was concerned that the player was taking a shot to the head. But the most important thing is that she got up. So Lucchese, who's been all over the score sheet in the penalty box, goes in for 2 minutes, and it's an offensive zone draw for the Bandits. Shoemaker-Gromick has a player down in front of her, so she marches it in. Bouncer in front, Strominger knocks it down and covers it up. Extra second ticks off the clock, or 2 seconds. They don't put it back on, but that's the home cooking going on today. Whether it's actually going on or not, it certainly is fun to say it. Here comes Camerata with the backhand, and Strominger got a piece of it to send it away. It goes, would have been an icing, but Venuto had to try to knock it down. It's sent in offside. Not sure how that was offside, because it looked like the Bandits brought it back into the zone themselves, which would not be an offside. Our referee, Mr. Good. That's a good name for a ref. I'm a ref and I'm good, no matter what you say. By definition, I'm good. 13:52 left, period 2. 4-0 Islanders, if you are just tuning in. Shana Tova. But the new year has not treated the Bandits very well. They'll be at full strength on Sunday evening, or mostly full strength, against the New Jersey Rockets. There's a bump at the point. Camerata to Hockman. As a quarterback sends away a pass, that's kind of what happened there. It's a low end 2-on-1 and just fired wide by the Islanders. Big scoring chance. Teorio Reyes really was wide open in front, and good thing for the Bandits she didn't receive a pass because she was alone. Camerata still with it. It comes to Venuto at the point. This is a power play for the Bandits. Strominger turns that one away. Bandits can't quite get set up here. Tipped away. Why there's no icing on that, I don't know. That puck was touched at the blue line, not even close to the red line, by an Islander, not a Bandit. That's so another tough break here. Look, some days the whistles are just going to not go your way, and if you're the Bandits, that day's today. I mean, that was just a clear icing right there. It should have been an offensive zone draw. Camerata tees it up, chips it down to the far side for Otterbein. Gets through one. She's going to walk right at the net, center it, but Camerata wasn't quite there. She's been out there for practically the whole power play. And there's going to be some long ice times today because of the shorter bench. But now they'll have to do it back at 5-on-5 as the Islanders kill off the Bandit power play. And the Bandits never really got set up too much. Chipped in and steered around. That looked like Folia played it well and allowed Shoemaker-Gromick to get to it. Islanders trying to set up. That pass was intercepted. Good thing, another break for the Bandits right there. They just got to get one. If you get one, you don't know what could happen, but you got to get that first one. Rushing in is McSherry. Strominger made her play it. Rizzo was streaking down the middle. Rizzo gets to it first, tries to center it, or maybe get it to Shattuck, who was down the middle. McSherry's over there. Rizzo fishes it out. Shattuck was there for a moment, but it went just a stride out of her reach as Shoemaker-Gromick and Venuto play catch. Sent all the way to the near side. Gabby Shattuck going to try to get through the middle. Will have to dangle and get through Smith, but regain possession. Centering feed, loose in front. Somebody got a piece. It was McSherry. Rizzo was trying to get through on the back door. It never went to the back door. Coming through are the Islanders. This shot goes wide. Shoemaker-Gromick chips it up. It comes to neutral ice, and Rizzo's going to be the first in pursuit. Defenseman play catch, and Lucchese picks it up, walks in, got through a few Bandits, but couldn't get through Venuto in the end. Near side wall, Shattuck sends it forward. I'll tell you what, Lucchese stepped into her as Rizzo was in pursuit. Maybe got away with a little bit of a tap there. And Lucchese tried to hit Shattuck. She actually checked her, but she found Shattuck is solidly on her skates in the moment, and Lucchese kind of fell off of her. I actually thought that was a check on Lucchese. It just wasn't really an effective one. She took the wrong side of it. Defensive zone draw for the Bandits. They are down 4-0 to the Islanders, who've scored 3 power play goals and as many chances. The first couple of power plays were sort of obvious calls. The last one was an unfortunate call against the Bandits, but that is part of figuring out the game. You're not going to get every call all the time, and sometimes calls are going to go against you. And they've had more of the against in this game. Walking down the middle, and maybe there's a 4 because they got away with a trip there. Otterbein maybe it was. And Otterbein in pursuit. Still hounding, picked off at the point. Bellin, wrist shot, saves Strominger. Otterbein looking for somebody in front. Claus or Bellin. Bellin backhand goes just wide. Bella Bellin tries to center for Annalise Claus. Claus on the near side wall. Did she get to it first? She did. Otterbein marching toward the net. Bellin in the slot, sent it, but it goes through her feet. Folia has the shot between the points, but Katagas blocked it away. Long pass, Katagas knocked away. Bellin wheels, tries to get it in. Claus sends a seeing eye puck, and Strominger sees it at the last moment. He kicks it away. So a good shift right there by that group with 9:27 left period 2. Bandits down 4-0. That's the bad news. The good news is they have 9:27 left in the second period and then 17 minutes more in the third to figure out how to start cutting into the deficit. But the first thing you got to do is get 1. Between the points, it's kept in for a moment, sent down, no icing as the puck would have died on its own. Nice block away. One-timer, left pad saved by Keenan. Looked like Diorio Reyes got that one. Moved up by McSherry. She will gain the line of center and dump it in. She took a bump there. McSherry is going to try to walk it out of the corner. Draws a couple of Islanders. If she can find McNulty on the back door, McNulty hustles around the net to try to pick it up. Camerata lurks in front, but now she's got to try to pursue the breaking Islanders, and Folia interrupts their rush, at least for a moment, and they come in offside. 8:41 left, period 2. Bandits down 4-0. Can they? And it's not been a deluge here by the Islanders. It's just been 4 sort of evenly spaced goals, but really the story is the power play. The Bandits are low on manpower in this game. They certainly have enough to compete, but low on manpower for the game, and the 3 penalties they've taken have resulted in 3 goals against. And that's not the whole difference, but that's most of it. Venuto will try to take it coast to coast. She's made it to the west coast, or the east coast maybe. Still with it, regaining. Bandits put pressure on. McSherry covers the point on the left side. Camerata finds her there. McSherry walks the line, redirected. It goes just wide. McNulty. McNulty looking for it in a pair of skates. I think those might belong to Smith. Battled for it in the corner. McSherry looking for Camerata. It almost went to McNulty instead. Shoemaker-Gromick at the point. Through traffic, redirected, but wide. The dog is barking. Here comes McSherry with it, tried to center it, couldn't get it through. Islanders are deeply packed in. You're going to need to spread it out and make them come get you. Here's McNulty doing just that, centering feed, or maybe a shot that went just wide. Rather, that was Camerata, not McNulty, or was it Shoemaker-Gromick? I don't know, it was somebody. One of them were out there, and it was a righty, so it had to be one of them. Moved up and through the Northwell Health Ice Center logo is Izzy Camerata. Wrist shot is knocked away by an Islander stick, exceeds the height of the protective glass behind the bench, and goes out of play for a face-off. So the Bandits have had some moments here. They've had some good shifts like that one, and they've put pressure, but they haven't been able to solve Strominger. Otterbein on the dot, Rizzo in the slot. Shattuck is going to get it. His backhander goes just wide. Otterbein got tied up in front. It was a hold by Smith, or maybe a hook, but in the course of play, you'd need eagle-eye refs to find that. Otterbein has Shattuck first, and now Rizzo gathers it, sends it down low. Strominger covers it just in the nick of time as Otterbein was there looking to pounce. So a good start to this shift. The first 20 seconds of it have been a continuation of the last shift by the Bandits, and they really need it. They need to get one in the back of the net. Otterbein tied up her opposite number on the draw, but the Islanders are able to jump in and bring it out. They have a 3-on-2. Venuto puts a stop to it, chips it up, and gets it out. Rizzo hangs back and tells Venuto to stay forward. Chips it back forward for Venuto. Finds Shattuck over there. Gabby Shattuck tees it up. Shot, save, Strominger. Rebound, loose, covered up, and the whistle. So more pressure by the Bandits. They're knocking on the door here for a little while. Maybe now they're pounding on it. Let's see if they could kick it in. McSherry on the dot, Claus in the slot, Bellin on the left wing. Folia at the left point, Shoemaker-Gromick between the points. Islanders steal the face-off. Move it, Rowe had it there. Got it to neutral ice. Diorio Reyes had it for a moment. Claus steps in. Rowe sends it in offside. All Islanders so far. This one's theirs to lose. And if the Bandits want it, they're going to have to keep figuring out a way. It's gotten progressively better here since it's been 4-0. The Bandits have been able to carry some of the play. They'll send this down, it'll be an icing unless the laws of physics stop, and they don't. 5:40 left, period 2. That's the good news for the Bandits. That means there's 22 minutes, 40 seconds for them to figure out how to solve a lofty 4-0 deficit. Defensive zone draw. McSherry will take it. The number 13 steps into the dot. Wins it from Diorio Reyes, who whacked down with her stick. Could have gotten called for a slash. Islanders have had 2 penalties, and they've killed off both. The Bandits have been in the box 3 times, and they've allowed 3. Sometimes that's the way it happens, but that doesn't mean the game is over. Let's see if the Bandits have something and can figure out how to get one on the board. In their defensive zone, they are going to be in the box again, it looks like, for a slash. Let's see who it's on. And it is Logan Shoemaker-Gromick who will go into the box. And that makes it a little more daunting because there's only 3 defensemen and she's 1. So we'll see if Coach Grace Potash tabs one of her forwards from today to give her a penalty killing shift on defense, or if Julia Folia and Fernanda Venuto can manage to kill it off themselves back there. They're off to a good start as Folia sends it for Camerata. And rather than rushing, she stays back. So There's sometimes on a penalty kill you'd love to be aggressive, but this is probably not one of those times. Forwards-wise you can be, but defense-wise they need to save what's in the tank. McSherry gets through one. She's one-on-one shorthanded. Sends it at Strominger, who easily steers it aside, but you might as well shoot, and McSherry did that. Now the Islanders bring it in. Dumped a little too far for Peck to pick up. Venuto gets there first, and the Bandits have killed off the first 55 seconds of it and done it as well as they have at any point in this game. McSherry gets it into the offensive zone, sends it in, pursues passively as she's still in the long part of the shift. That one sent in by Camarada. She either got dumped or fell on her own. She doesn't usually fall on her own, so maybe the Islanders got away with one there, and they play on. 39 seconds left in the penalty kill for the Bandits. West has it, looking for somebody. Sends it to Smith, playing catch over there. Back door was open, but not connected. Smith sends it at the net. It's knocked away by Keenan, and Folia sends it out onside. They're calling for McSherry to jump off. She does. Otterbein jumps on. Camarada still out there at forward. Otterbein and Camarada combine to break that up. Folia sends it out. One of the Islanders got a piece, so it's not going to be an icing. And Folia and Venuto have killed it off on D. Shoemaker Gromick joins the play, and she's got probably as much rest as any of the defensemen will have in this game, so we'll see if she can help spring a Bandit comeback. Shattuck, near side wall. Smith was over there. Comes to Venuto. She's been out there for probably about 4 minutes straight now, number 15. Hopefully saving a little bit of energy here and there as she stands sentry in the front and lets her teammates do some of the rush work. Shattuck was trying to get it to Rizzo. Eventually an Islander passes it to Rizzo. Let's see if 21's got some magic. Here comes Rizzo, dumps it to the side, and hopes that Shattuck will get it on the other end. Shattuck back to Rizzo. Rizzo gonna maybe go back to Shattuck. She does. Rizzo trying to get to the front, got just completely interfered with, no call. Here comes Peck. Rizzo would have had a clear march right to the front of the net and just got an Islander stepping right into her lane and preventing her from doing it. Not often the call you see, but some refs will call that interference pretty consistently, but we haven't seen it really much so far in this season. Last season's calls, we saw that call often. Folia trying to bring it out, sent at the net. Shattuck got a piece of the player she was shooting, and Keenan covers it up. 1:46 left, period 2. Bandits down 4-0. 3 power play goals by the Islanders, and finally here just moments ago the Bandits have killed off an Islander power play. So the Islanders now 3-4, the Bandits 0-4-2. As they play with some of the regular names and faces, set to return to the lineup on Sunday. Let's see if they could figure out a way to rally here. Shoemaker Gromick sends it out. He's trying to pursue it, and the Islanders send it in offside. The referees do have the option to move that face-off, and they do, because that puck was sent in from around the center line. They will face it off over there. If they deem it an intentional offside, meaning the player knew that it was going to be an offside, and still they release the puck to make the offside, that would be a defensive zone draw for the offending team. We see it. It's not too often, but it does happen. Diorio Reyes trying to march in, gets all the way down low, but Venuto took it away. Chipped up the near side wall. Claus had it for a moment, but Lucchese has taken it away. And Chidrone gets it, walks all the way in, shot off of Folia's left shin pad and goes wide. Down to 50 seconds left in the second period. The Bandits could do well to get themselves on the board before the end of this. Otherwise, they'll be walking into the third with at least a 4-0 deficit. They certainly don't want it to ever get to 5. 4 is bad enough. Lucchese picks it up, goes between the points into the top of the slot. Folia grabs it, sends it out, and the Bandits will try to make at least one more effort here if they can get hold of the puck. Claus is going to skate off and change. She got the benefit of the play being offside. So 18 seconds left in the period. The Bandits will throw McSherry, McNulty, and Camarada out there up front to see if they can make a little magic before the end. But the Islanders, Hockman brings it in. That makes the mountain a little bit more difficult. Camarada trying to bring it out, gets it through, sends it in, but they're just going to run out of time as McSherry gets down there and the period expires. So 4-0 Islanders after 2. Power plays and Jillian Strominger, the story of the game. 3 for 4 on the power play for the Islanders. Shots on goal, 7-6 for the Bandits in the second, for game totals of 19 for the Bandits and 14 for the Islanders. Thank you, Kevin Camarada, keeping track of the shots. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and the alerts button, and every time we go live or upload a cleaner copy of the game or other content, then you will know and you can check it out. And while we love our Bandits family, we are agnostic to those who want to support the channel, and we welcome all. So as we head into the third, full and even strength for both teams. And if you're just tuning in, we're glad that you are. Bandits playing with 3 defensemen and up front 2 centers and 3 wing pairs. The story of the game has been the Islander power play, as Jillian Strominger now will guard the left net on YouTube, and Harper Keenan the one to your YouTube right. 3 for 4 on the power play for the Islanders, 0 for 2 on the power play for the Bandits. Let's see if they could give us a Saturday afternoon treat. McSherry, Camarada, and McNulty up front. Camarada picks up the faceoff off the wing, marches into the zone. Her shot gets tipped and goes wide. Islanders pick it up. Hockman now toward the far corner, exchanging with Lobashevsky. McNulty, her shot is off of an Islander stick. Camarada has it. Oh, gets checked from behind. And no call. Oh, right from behind and into the boards. That's an automatic call. And they just start, they're not getting the calls today. That's it. So they're just going to have to play it, and that's the way it is. I mean, right up against the boards, Camarada gets hit and goes face first into the board. She's okay. That's always the main thing. But just the ref's looking right at it and just doesn't blow the whistle. And that's the way it's gone for the Bandits today. Just got to play it. Figure it out, girls. Peck tries to dump it, but she has to keep following it, and it works out for her as West is over there with her, but Venuto, 1-on-2, picks it up. Trying to find McNulty in the breakout spot. Venuto with possession, now gets a little open room, looking to turn the Jets on. She's going to have to take it all the way here as her team changes. Fires it. Strominger makes the save, but she got handcuffed. Boy, she's been brilliant. She hasn't even had trouble with a lot of the hard shots, and she had trouble with that one. Rizzo curling, looking for someone. Gets bumped off for a moment, regains it to herself in the phone booth over there. She's looking for Camarada or McSherry. Islanders bring it out. The play happens a little bit in slow motion. Now they pick it up. Shoemaker-Gromick near side corner, moves it forward. Rizzo had it, lost the wheels, but Shoemaker-Gromick jumps into the lane and she'll carry it in. She's got some wheels. Number 2. dumps it for herself. Shattuck positioning in front. Rizzo covers the point for her defenseman who was on the rush. Now they'll switch sides if Rizzo can keep it in. She does, gets it to Shattuck. Shattuck in the middle, Shattuck still with it, leaves it, needs a little help, gets it, knocks it down with the stick like a bat, and her bat is one of the most brilliant in the country when it comes to softball, and she's a darn good hockey player too, number 14. Comes to the near side wall, kept in by Folia, down to Rizzo who knocks it down. Rizzo tries to get around one, left it for Otterbein for a moment. Rizzo's had a lot of possession here. Can she help her team key the return of the Bandits as the dog barks, and Otterbein gets a shot on goal. A return of the Bandits to the score sheet this week. They scored 10 last weekend, 7 in one, 3 in the other, a couple of wins. They're going to need to ignite that offense and start doing it quickly. They have 14-17 left in the game to do it. Otterbein on the dot. Went toward Bellin. Isles are going to break in. Folia hustles back, smacks at the puck. Bellin had a piece tied up in front by Claus standing sentry, and it's a good thing she was. Claus and Bellin seeing if they could break out. Bellin needed a little puck luck there. Gets just enough of it to get it out of the zone. Claus was hoping that Bellin could have curled it around, but she was at the edge of her reach and the edges of her skates and did well enough just to get it out. Folia picks it up. Folia up the far side wall. Claus couldn't get it all the way out, and Keenan's going to cover that one up. 13:33 left. Islanders looking to seal the deal here with an offensive zone draw. Bandits, first they got to keep it out of the net, then they can worry about putting it into the other net, but Strominger's been strong. Redirected, Keenan saw that one and redirects it to the near side corner. Maeve McNulty forward to Izzy Camerata. They break in 2-on-1, but they're both in the same lane. Wrist shot by Camerata goes wide. So the 2-on-1 doesn't materialize because they were in the same lane, but Camerata did get a good spot to shoot from. Just couldn't quite get it on net. Shoemaker Gromick retreating, calmly off the boards on the far side. Moved forward. Near side it comes. McSherry moves it forward, tried to dump it, but ends up giving it to McNulty, who sends it, not purposely, but to the far side corner. Camerata picks it up. McNulty gets dumped in front. Bandits could use a quick turn of events here. First maybe with a goal, maybe the refs all of a sudden start calling it the other way. They need something, and so far they haven't really got it. Here's Shoemaker Gromick, gets down the middle. Her shot is blunted by Diorio Reyes. Comes out toward the point. McSherry knocked it away. 1-on-4, and all Islanders behind her. It's Mia and the Islanders over there. And yet, she won the puck back to Camerata, who tried to pound it forward. That one dumped in clearly 2 feet behind the center line, but no icing called, as there were bodies that it went through. Chipped up and out. Camerata toward the end of her shift. 2-on-1 with Rizzo. Tries to center it. Smith got a skate on it. Tries to center it again. They're 2-on-5. Nearly had it happen there. Knocked away defensively, just ripping the stick. Camerata's hands was Cottagus. Otterbein chips it for herself. Rizzo coming down the middle late. Otterbein has it, looking to try to center it. Rizzo draws a couple of defenders in front, so if Otterbein can keep possession, they might be able to have a chance. Here's Folia, sends it wide down low. Rizzo hustling after it. Otterbein picks off the clearing attempt and sends it back in, but the Islanders are going to pick it up. Ava West, she gets it to center and dumps it in. 11 minutes now left in period 3. Bandits down 4-0. The clock not really their friend. If they score a couple, they can start making the clock a little bit more friendly, but it's not going to be their friend really for the rest of the game. That one comes out and brought in offside. So that could be one of those cases where the referees say that the player clearly knew that the play was offside, and yet she still brought it in, and she could have held up, but they call the traditional automatic offside. Otterbein got a piece, gets the stick held, and they're going to call that one on Lucchese. That's her third penalty of the game, so she's been brilliant offensively, but now she's been in the box thrice. Or they don't call it on her. They call it on Vigiano. So a break for the Islanders there. It's clearly 11 was the one holding the stick, but Vigiano is the one that was called for whatever she was called for. So this might be your best chance, Bandits, to get back into the game. A power play with 10:36 left and a 4-0 deficit to overcome. It can't be overcome until you get one. And if you look to the bottom left, you can see the dog. It's always good when there's a dog at a game. We like the dog. It doesn't matter that the dog's wearing an Islander shirt. We like the dog being at the game. Icing on the Islanders, so another offensive zone draw for the Bandits. McSherry on the dot, Camerata in the slot, McNulty on the half boards to the left. Venuto's the left point, Folia will line up between the points. Face-off comes loose. The Islanders have been jumping into that zone all game and picking up those face-offs. So even when the Bandits are winning them, the Islanders are taking possession. They're killing off 126 more, they hope. The Bandits, this would be a good time. That's a good hockey play right there. No check, no hit. Venuto stood her ground. Puck was there. Comes down the middle. McSherry gets it at net. Strominger picks it off before it could hit the ice, and another offensive zone draw. 71 seconds left in the power play for the Bandits. 9:47 in period number 3. 4-0 Islanders, courtesy of one goal on the screen very early in the game, and then 3 on the power play. Shot goes wide off the point by Folia. Shoemaker Gromick has it, picks it up, and sends it at Strominger. McSherry was looking for the redirection, but Strominger sent it away. Redirected in front. Now Folia pinches in, as she really has to at this point. They have to take some chances. Folia gets foot tripped right there. No call. You can't trip with your stick, and you cannot trip with your feet or your hands or your body. And that was the foot trip right there. No call. Foot trips are even more dangerous because you have knives on the bottom of your skate. We typically call them blades. So the Islanders player was prone. Even when you're prone, you still have to keep your feet and your body tucked or out of the way. As the wraparound attempt by West goes wide on shorthanded, Islanders rush. Smith in her own zone, pressured by Camerata, wheels and turns. Diorio Reyes has it. She'll kill off the rest of the power play as Keenan gloves it down and holds on. So 8:35 remaining, and we talk about time and we talk about deficits, and typically with a 3-goal deficit, you're looking at 5 minutes for drastic action, like pulling a goalie. If you're down 4-0, well, really there's no rule of thumb for 4-0. It's just play until you get one, if you can get one. But 3-0, usually 5 minutes left, you're thinking about it if you have an offensive zone draw. If you get down to two goals, here's Venuto trying to tee it up, redirected by Shattuck in front, but not at the net. She'll send it to the point. Shoemaker, Gromick, and Shattuck play catch. Rizzo's in front. If they can get it there, they haven't been able to get pucks there, or if they have, Strominger has been knocking them away before they get there. Islanders send it across. West trying to get behind the D, but Venuto breaks it up, recovers, picks it up, but she's 1-on-2. Gets a little help from Otterbein. Otterbein gets the stick ripped out from her, and that's going to be another penalty. So they call Looks like they called delay of game, interference. Call's going against the Islanders. Otterbein had the stick just ripped right out of her arms. And they call the hold. Okay, holding the stick. So, chances not growing on trees. Down 4-0. You have an offensive zone draw. Otterbein on the dot, Rizzo in the slot, Shattuck on the far wing. Venuto and Shoemaker-Gromick at the point. Shoemaker-Gromick sends it down for Shattuck. She'll go along the end line and behind to Rizzo. Couldn't quite corral it cleanly. Islanders pick it up and they're going to try to break it out. Chidrone sends it in, dumps it, chases it herself. Islanders in the black jerseys, Bandits in the pink. Here comes Shoemaker-Gromick, sends it for Shattuck. She picks it up, but she's 1-on-2. Chips it off the wall. Rizzo coming late. Rizzo behind Shattuck. Shattuck picks it up, still through traffic. It's not kept in as Venuto is just a half stride short. Folia toward Otterbein's side. It bounces off, but she's got no pressure, and Ava Otterbein will walk it in. Otterbein turns the corner. Down the middle come Rizzo and Shattuck, but the puck finds neither. Now Shattuck has it, sends it to the point, but it's just picked off right there and brought in by the Islanders. Katagas has it, 2-on-1 wrist shot. Didn't have a lot on it, and Keenan gloved it down. Sort of confused Keenan. It looks like she was expecting a harder shot to the glove side, and sometimes those flutterers are even more difficult. She got it with relative ease, but it was a little handcuffy on the way. 1:01 left on the power play. 6:35 left in the game. Not looking good for the Bandits as far as the win-loss is concerned. Folia picks this one up. Near side wall. Trying to get the power play going here with Bellin and Claus and McSherry up front, and Venuto and Folia on the back line. Venuto lost that one. She was ready to break out, and the puck just hit off the cage on the bottom. McSherry for Bellin, tipped forward. No icing on that one because it wasn't deep enough. Islanders play it around, but it's picked up on the far wall. Sent, redirected by Bellin, but it doesn't go on net. Strominger steered it aside anyway. Comes to the point. So the Bandits have evened up some of the power plays here, but they haven't been able to cash in. Islanders 3 power play goals, Bandits none, and they've had about the same. And that extinguishes the final bit of Bandit power play time as we tick below 5.5 minutes. Now it's just a matter of what the final score is going to be. You'd like to chip away here and see if you can make it look a little bit better than 4-0, and Venuto's going to try her best. Got to neutral ice, couldn't break in. You're going to have to start taking some chances. Islanders with a little bit of a sloppy change. Let's see if the Bandits could take advantage. They can't. Bandits do get it down into the offensive zone. Camarada, the first there, rushes through one. Doesn't have numbers though. It comes in front. The Islanders pick it up, move it out, and they break 3-on-2. West over to Diorio Reyes. Diorio Reyes sends it back toward the middle, but Venuto knocked it away from West. Near side wall, Diorio Reyes sends it below the end line, but Mia McSherry picks it up. Off the wall on the far side. Camarada grabs it. Can't get it to McNulty, who was looking to break. And Venuto picks it up as we're under 4.5 minutes left. Sent down, and there will be an icing. 4:24 the time remaining. Barring an absolute combination of explosion and meltdown, this one is going to go in the win column for the Islanders. Not the trip out to the island that the Bandits were hoping for today. Face-off knocked out of the zone by Claus. Rizzo's trying to outrace one of the Islanders there. Otterbein and Rizzo combined to make the steal in the offensive zone. Let's see if they can convert it. Shattuck's there. Shattuck trying to gain possession. Stick lifting going on. Otterbein has it. Rizzo trying to get to it in front. She's got 2 defenders to get through. sent between the ports. Shoemaker Gromick, wrist shot, redirected, never gets on net. Shattuck sends it below the end line. Rizzo leaves it for Otterbein. It comes to Shattuck, goes off a shin pad, does the shot. Isles pick it up. Shattuck knocks it down, sends it toward Rizzo, but couldn't get it through all the traffic there. The Long Island traffic is Lucchese. She brings it into the offensive zone, gets it almost all the way through. Here comes Otterbein and Rizzo, just a little too strong on the pass. And Cedrone picks it up, sends it in. Got tied up with Rizzo, both get up. Rizzo at the end of a long shift here. Let's see if she can jump off. She can't. She's trying to get off as Shattuck does. Rizzo has to play it. Elects to try to get it out of the zone. Gets it fished away by West, who goes all the way down low. Wrist shot, save Keenan. Rebound knocked away. Here's West teeing it up. Redirected. No, it wasn't. It was all the way through, and Keenan got the blocker on it. Moved up. Rizzo's got to jump off so she won't run with the play. And Claus will try to get it at the net. And Elise Claus nearly got it all the way through. And there's going to be a penalty behind the play. That one was out of my purview. They're going to call a slash on somebody. I wasn't looking at it. I was watching the play down there, and this happened behind the play. It's going to be a slash. And the guilty party is going to be 19. I think that's Obolobachevsky. So the Bandits, not really with much of a hope to come back and win it, but maybe they can at least get on the board here with another power play. They've gotten the power plays in the third. They can't complain about that. And this is going to be an icing. The Islanders will have just killed off 6 seconds, and now they're down to 2:30 in the game. Not pulling the goaltender for the 6-on-4. There are repercussions to goal difference potentially down the line, so that would be a reason to not just throw caution to the wind, but I sense that if this was a 4-2 game, there would possibly be an empty net on the YouTube right. Camarada knocks that one down, sends it to Venuto, looking to tee it up, sent it wide. It didn't go off the post, it went off the bottom of the net. Venuto fires that one, it hit off of Patlin's stick and goes over the crossbar. Redirected on the way to Strominger by McSherry off the shot from Camarada. Strominger knocks it down and saves it. Just has not gone the Bandits' way today, and when it has, Strominger has been the answer. Between the pipes, Sherry and Camarada combine to win it. It goes to the point. Islanders have been chasing down those point feeds, so if the Bandits can make them pay, that's how they'd have to do it. Redirected by Smith at her own goalie, but Strominger just has been a wall, and it continues with 1:56 left. She was leaning toward her right because that puck was probably going to McNulty, and she was able to anchor herself long enough to keep the left pad up and keep the puck out. If she gets the clean sheet, from which she is 108 seconds away, she will have well earned the shutout. McNulty on the power play for the Bandits. They have a minute left of that. Camarada tries to tee that one up. And as many of these shots have from close range, it goes off of a stick from the opposition and over the end line, the end glass. They'll change it up front. Otterbein with Rizzo and Shattuck, Venuto and Folia at the points right and left. Otterbein on the face-off wins it back, but again, the Islanders almost there to steal. Shattuck goes down low, picked up by an Islander. Rizzo almost had it go right into her wickets. Lucchese had it for a moment. Rizzo does not elect to feed the point because the Islanders are blocking it, so she battles for it in the near side corner. Lost it there 1-on-2, and the Islanders send it out for the icing, and it exceeds the line. So 1:12 left. If there was some kind of play to score 4 goals in 1:12, the Bandits would be using it right now, but instead they'll settle for one and try to spoil a little bit of the party for Strominger. Otterbein off the face-off tries to walk it forward. That's probably a better play than the other ones they've tried. Folia, Venuto uses every bit of the reach to keep it in. Otterbein down low. Now for Shattuck. Shattuck fires it. Glove save by Strominger, flashing the leather. If there was a rebound there, Rizzo was looking to pound it in on the back door, but she wasn't alone. And sometimes in these games, it's not about the final score. It's about what you're doing and how you're playing and how you're not quitting. Shattuck has it off the face-off. She shoots. Strominger, another save, gets it in the breadbasket and leaves no rebound. So 12 seconds left in the power play. 49.4 in the game. Can the Bandits solve? Number 78. They've definitely figured out a little better tact on the face-offs in the offensive zone. This time the Islanders get the better of it. And Diorio Reyes brings it in. Skates it to the far side corner to extinguish the power play. Keenan with one more good save on Patlin. Sammy Patlin was looking to get on the score sheet there. Diorio Reyes spun around. Folia picks it up. Folia reverses it as three Islanders were low. Folia is going to try to break out for one final rush here as Rizzo picks it up, has to hit the brakes and just lost possession of it as she was skating into the zone. 17.1 remaining. Looks like one more change for the Bandits out there as Bellin and Claus jump out with Otterbein. Folia and Venuto will finish it off on D with the Iron Woman minutes in the three-person group that was Bandits defensemen today. Gets down low, Bellin still trying. Claus down low, backhand on net, and one more save for Strominger off of Otterbein. Claus and Bellin and Otterbein. That was actually Otterbein down front. I said it was Claus. The long blonde locks sometimes from far away can be difficult to distinguish. One more. Face off, Bellin between the points for Venuto. Goes down low, that'll do it. And the Islanders walk away with a 4-0 win over the Bandits on the island. 3 power play goals. Really the story after the Islanders broke out to an early 1-0 lead. Bandits ended up with a few power plays, couldn't do it. Final shots in the third, 9-8 for the Bandits, 28-22. They outshot the Islanders for the game, so a well-earned shutout for Jillian Strominger. She was the first star today for sure, no matter which jersey either team was wearing. She was all that in the nets. It will be an interesting one at 7:20 Eastern on Sunday when the Bandits travel to face the New Jersey Rockets. There are a slew either way of former teammates playing either against the core group of who they used to play with or for jerseys that they've worn on the other team. And we expect the goaltending matchup to be a stellar one with Lexi Riley for the Bandits and Steph Jumba for the Rockets, the former tandem, the longtime tandem that played together and are great friends, played together for a long time over at the New Jersey Colonials. So the goaltending battle will be worth watching. Former Rockets Luisa Rizzo, even a 5-year Rocket, and Izzy Camarada, who was there a couple of seasons ago, will face their old team for the first time. And a number of players on the Bandits who've played with the main group, number of players on the Rockets who've played with this main group on the Bandits will also be facing off. So interesting storylines for that one on Sunday. Don't forget to check it out. Hit the subscribe and alerts button on Rizzo Vision and you will get to see all of the action live, or if we have to upload later a good copy of the game, we certainly try to do that whenever we can. That is going to do it from Northwell Health Ice Center, the home of the NHL's New York Islanders for practice and headquarters. It goes the way of the Islanders U19 AA girls team, 4-0. And that will do it. From East Meadow, Long Island, this is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Bandits hockey on Rizzo Vision.